Ding.
I have a question for you. Is the American dream dead? That's my question. Or perhaps, have we just been paid? Well, I would theorize that we wouldn't be paid nor is the American dream dead. But the problem is that in 2009 there is a problem with how we perceive the American dream. Mark Wersher, whose name I don't say real well, he's a professor at Connecticut University. He teaches history there, and he says that the philosophy in America today is the one with the most toys, that's the one who wins. Is that the American dream? In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about what the American dream has become, what the American dream originally was. We're going to talk about how we can define our own dream and how we can make that dream happen. Okay? Right. Now, to talk about where we are today in this dream, we have to understand that people's perception of the American dream has changed over the last 100 years. And the reason it has changed has been primarily based on influence. In the Industrial Revolution, people who used to have a trade and they worked that trade and that's how they generated their income, those people were pushed out with automation and with the assembly lines. And so their perception of the work ethic changed. And as their perception changed, people kind of look for a different way to feel good about themselves and feel good about America. And then after the Second World War in the 1940s, then life got better. And as life got better, people's incomes changed. And as people's incomes changed, their perception of the American dream changed again. And Susan Barthel, I don't say these names real well, who's a PhD, and her associate, John E. Morton, the director of the Economic Project, concluded that in a study, they concluded that Americans have decided that success and riches, now they define the American dream. And scholars have noted that people have three things they're concerned about today. They're concerned about success, they're concerned about being accepted, and they're concerned about how much they can gain. But is that really the American dream? Well, if we look back, we have a table that over time, I want to jog your memory with something, with the original American dream. Now, when you see this flag, what do you think of? How do you think of the American flag? But think deeper. Think back to the 1700s when our forefathers first decided to write that Declaration of Independence. And then Jefferson penned those words that we all hold dear, but they're the words that are the epitome of the American dream. And those words that are that we have a right, and that right is inalienable, and that right is what? To life, to liberty, and to the pursuit of happiness. Not to happiness, but the pursuit of happiness. So in their understanding, the American dream, or the dream of the new America, consisted in the fact that you could have a life, that you could be free to live the way you choose to live, and that whatever you deem made you happy, you could pursue after that. Now, the conceptions of the American dream, good examples of that would be John Winthrop, who envisioned an America that was a religious utopia. And what about Martin Luther King? Martin Luther King's dream was that racial equality would be the theme of the day. So now, the real dream, the true dream, the American dream, was seen there on Ellis Island when the immigrants came over, and they didn't come over pursuing riches, but they came over pursuing an opportunity to be a part of something bigger than who they were, to experience the freedom to be and to do whatever they could. So that we could say that the true American dream is the ability to chase your dream. So then you need to figure out what your dream is. I would encourage you to when you leave here, you think about what really is your dream, not the dream that the big cats in Washington or the people on TV, the advertisers have given you. But what's your dream? What is it that you wake up with and when you go to bed with? Is it the eradication of cancer? Or maybe your dream is the eradication of HIV or the end of homelessness. Whatever your dream is, you need to think about it. And once you've thought about it, the next thing I recommend you do is write it down so that you don't forget that this is my dream. Now, once you've written your dream down, the next thing you need to do is strategize. Strategize on how you can make that dream happen, or at least become a participant in the fulfillment of your dream. Now, once you've written it down, once you strategize on how you can participate, and an example of participation would be perhaps looking in a phone book or looking up online those individuals and or companies who are already assisting homeless individuals and finding places to live. And then once you found those individuals, the next step would be to contact, to find out how you can participate in what they're doing. But the third thing you got to do is not just make that phone call, but roll your sleeves up and do the work. In America, we've gotten away from doing the work. We feel an entitlement. We feel that we're owed success. And we feel that we're owed our dreams to come true. But our forefathers knew that it was the work ethic that got us where we wanted to be. So, in conclusion, we need to remember that the dream of today is not the true dream of America, but it was a dream that was subtly pressed upon us. And that was the dream of the more you have, the more successful you truly are. And then we need to remember that once we figured out that that's not my dream, I got to find out what my dream is. Then I got to write that dream down, develop a strategy to make it happen, and then I need to work that strategy. So that's my encouragement, that you would not seek after somebody else's dream, but that you would seek after your dream. Thank you very much.